Hey everyone, Andrew here.
And Absurd Django back from retirement again.
So this is my brother-in-law. I seem to notice you're wearing something on your head there.
Yeah, let me get this off. And he's been looking without the mask.
Oh, very nice. This is Ronnie's brother. We, we decided we were going to do something kind of fun on the channel, do a little collaboration, if you will. So we're going to be looking at weird game music that slaps, and basically we both came up with a list together. Well, he made his own list, I made a list, and then I've just kind of merged them together, if you will.
Yeah, this was something that I had in mind for a little bit, and I figured since Andrew and Ronnie were doing a gaming channel now, this would be a great opportunity for them. So, yeah, without further ado, let's see if we can get this started.
All right. So first off, it's a song from Pizza Tower. This is a game that I really like. Ronnie earlier when we were doing an audio test on this told me this game was trash.
Really?
I firmly disagree with that. It's like the old Wario Land games, except made by one dude. Who, also the soundtrack was made by one guy who goes by the name of Mr. Sauceman. And
Can't go wrong with that.
no, you really can't. And it's a pretty chaotic soundtrack, but there are moments where it just kind of feels like blissful, if that makes sense. I think you'll get what I mean. Yeah, we'll just kind of give this a listen for a little bit, and then we'll just kind of talk about it and give our thoughts. There's kind of a build up to this one. Kind of starts off just doing the same thing for a little bit, and it'll kick off. Just going ham on the. Gotta get funky. Now the guitar comes in. This is supposed to be like you're doing a second loop of the level as fast as you can to the exit.
It's kind of got a, was it Blur's intermission? I believe the track is called.
Here's the part I really like. Just like you're racing through the stage super fast at this point, like just trying to get the best time possible for the highest rank. Because like this just feels like such a, oh, it's very cathartic in action kind of thing. Yeah, it's gonna loop on itself there. So with this soundtrack, I'm like 99% positive this is the first time Mr. Sauceman has ever made a game soundtrack. So I mean, there is that aspect to it as well. It's kind of just like this guy made something pretty fun and stupid, and it's catchy. Like I mean, I think about it a lot.
Yeah, he had the that part where you said it's saucing time, and I'll refrain from saying the rest of that. No, it's in all seriousness though, that is pretty good. Like I mentioned, it's kind of like if you've ever heard Blur's intermission music. I believe it's the intermission, the train sounding song. It starts out slow, goes fast. Great beat, and then especially like you said with the level itself, um, great music to get you up and pumping for a fast
Yeah,
paced level.
you got your character and he's running like diving and punching stuff. Yeah, it's a fun track. So I'll let you introduce this next one.
All right. So this next one comes from a very obscure game. Anybody remember Madagascar? Of course, my subscribers or fans of my channel might have seen a few of my videos in the past. Yeah, I've actually talked about this game before, and there are quite a few songs on it that are unexpectedly and unironically um, very good. I guess I could just say, like, you would not expect this from a movie that came out after Shark Tale, or from a video game of a movie that came out after Shark Tale. you wouldn't expect music to be that good in this game. But not only does just the main track, like the main map track, even the shuffleboard track sounds great in this. However, let's pinpoint all this down to the one I want to talk about. So you remember the movie? You're escaping you're escaping the zoo. You're trying to find Marty and stuff in New York City, and you go through each of the characters: Alex, Marty, and Gloria, or Alex, Melman, and Gloria. And Gloria's level has just this banger of a bop. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play this right now.
Let's start. I'm excited. Kind of weird. It has a Hideki Naganuma vibe to it. If you don't know what that is, Jet Set Radio soundtrack. Thank me later.
See, that's the thing I mentioned when we first started talking about this too. There's my part.
I bet you most of the soundtrack is samples.
I was just about to say, yeah, you start getting sample heavy, like right in this part of it too. There it goes. And I think it goes into the conga bells or something now. Maybe a few minutes.
A few minutes.
59 seconds.
The song's only a minute long.
There we go. Conga bells.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Then I think it stops right there.
Yeah, I paused it right at the end.
Like, when I listened to this track, and the reason I even wanted to do this video was because of this track. Actually, I was playing the game recently. I played it as a kid, of course, and replayed it, and I was just like, dang, like the music in this actually sounds pretty good. Like I remember the shuffleboard tracks and the map music and the stuff like that, but like this one, I was just like unironically, just like, man, this is, like you said, Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
It sounds like something you hear while like racing through a city on a Friday night or something. And that's exactly like in the game. You're literally playing as a big fat hippo, touching chili pepper power or power ups, and like plowing through cars and stuff. I'm like, and it's based off of Madagascar.
Yeah,
like Madagascar is okay, but I'm just like, this is like a
movie license games all have a bad rep all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it is always kind of funny when you get one that's like actually kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty funny, and it does have a very specific kind of Hideki Naganuma feel to me, like just the sample usage, the really basic bass line with like a driving beat, like that it screams Naganuma to me. But I just look at the screen here and I'm seeing, Alex, Marty, Melman, and Gloria.
Beautiful.
And I'm like, man, that was a movie that existed. And I'm pretty sure we all watched it when it came out in the theater, and we probably were like, man, that was freaking great. King Julian comes out and he goes, I like to move it. And we were all like, man, that's the funniest shit I ever heard. So yeah, that is pretty good. Like just it has a flow to it, and it just works. And it's like I don't know what the game looks like in my head. I've never played it or seen it, but I can imagine it.
If you, and I hope we edit in some video footage of this. It's awful looking. It is it's dog crap.
Okay, I'll pull it up.
The graphics are terrible, but yeah, like once again, like this is a movie that came out after Shark Tale. It followed Shark Tale and was before Over the Hedge. Like this was a time where DreamWorks really didn't know what they were doing. They were just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall against Disney. And like, in all honesty, a soundtrack from a movie like that, like a game soundtrack from a movie like that, does not need to be this good. And the entire soundtrack is stuff like this.
Well, it's crazy because like I can envision it without having seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that makes the soundtrack successful. If I can envision a game by the music alone, then they've done it. They've done a good job. So I think it's time we move on to this next one here. This is a undisputed classic, and I'm gonna start closing tabs because I think Google Chrome's gonna start hating me. But
Yeah.
this is an undisputed classic, and if you don't like this song, you cannot come to my birthday party. So we're looking at Buck Bumble. It's the main theme to Buck Bumble, a Nintendo 64 classic by Argonaut, published by Ubisoft back in the day. I rented this game from Blockbuster multiple times until I beat it.
Those are the best kind of games.
That was a phenomenal experience. The game is absolute trash, but as a kid, this was like so my jam. And this song right here, Justin Sharfona, if you ever see this video for any freakish reason, thank you for being such a major part of my childhood. Without, well, here we go. Right about now, it's time to rock with the Biggity Buck Bumble.
What about now? It's time to rock with the Biggity Buck Bumble. What about now? It's time to rock with the Biggity Buck Bumble. Bum to the bum to the bum to the bass. Bum to the bum to the bumble. Bum to the bum to the bum to the bass. Bum to the bum to the bumble. Bum to the bum to the bum to the bass. Bum to the bum to the bumble. Bum to the bum to the bum to the bass.
It's so good.
Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot bump to the bass to the bass bass bump to the boot to the boot to the boot bump to the bass to the bass bass.
It's so good. Just imagine, and like, you know, you're a kid, you rented this game from Blockbuster. This is what the title screen presents you with.
I need to see a visual of this now.
Of this game?
Just the title itself, like going into that.
Oh, yeah.
Even though there's probably not much to it.
Literally just like, it's just gameplay with a title. Like, it's like literally the background is just gameplay. Kind of like how Donkey Kong 64 does it.
I was just about to say, I think that's a very Donkey Kong 64 hit.
It's so simple. Just like one line, but they're just reusing in so many fun ways. They didn't have to go this hard for Buck Bumble. Third-person shooter.
It's a third-person shooter.
It's a third-person shooter where you play as this bee character with a gun, and you're like flying around. I think you're like shooting wasps and stuff. If I remember correctly, you're like flying around backyards. It's like it's breakcore music the entire way through.
Talk about the wasp thing.
Yeah, we all do.
And the way he's got that gun cocked, he's serious about it too.
Yeah, it's a trip, and it's a very strange game for sure. It's actually one that I recently revisited, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, just to see if it was just nostalgia talking. When I think about it, you know, I'm like, oh, that was so good. It's not good. It's really bad. It controls so poorly, but it still has its charm. Like, it's just one of those games.
Yeah, we all have our guilty pleasure games, and I think one of mine's on this list if it's not next.
I think it is. I think it might be, actually.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's move along, shall we? Is this it? Did I guess correct?
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure. I haven't played this game in years, man. But yeah, anything else to say about Buck Bumble before we?
I think I'm good. I think the song spoke for itself.
Yeah,
but if you got some thoughts,
no, not much. Like you said, once again, very Donkey Kong-esque. Pretty hardcore stuff for a game about a bee.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So yeah, I actually played this one quite a bit on the Wii. This game was definitely a game that existed because as a kid I was like, oh man, Rayman's back, and then it was like a mini game compilation and had like a rhythm game aspect to it in some stages.
Yeah, that was kind of. See, I played this one on the Xbox, and I played the next one on the Wii. So of course, like the rhythm stuff was a lot better on the Wii, but I think on the Xbox it was like done with bumpers. That's just gameplay, but yeah, a lot of the game itself was very, very strange. the best thing I can say about it is this is kind of like pre Minions. Um, like Rabbids were the Minions of the early 2000s. It's kind of funny because this came out like 3 years before Minions or Despicable Me came out.
And the French loved the Rabbids.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so the French actually really freaking love the Rabbids. Like they put them in like advertising and stuff in France.
Okay.
And it's absolutely wild to see. They treat the Rabbids like we treat Minions. Like they're everywhere, or they were everywhere. I don't think it's as prevalent as it used to be, but they were like kind of like the French mascots for a while there. It was pretty funny to me.
That is kind of funny.
So I remember one mini game, and this one specifically that always cracked me up, where there's like a choir of Rapids, and you're trying to find the one that's singing out of tune, and when you find it, you smack it in the face.
That was great.
So, anyways, let's.
So the next track is titled Carrot Juice. It's a mini game where it literally looks like you're about to pee on a bunch of rabbits. But it takes place on the beach. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play this next one. Kid you not, every time I go to the beach, like every year, like this song just comes to mind.
Really? This is your beach music in your head?
I think it actually is on my phone too.
I believe it.
But yeah, unironically, it's not a very long song, so I'll just
okay.
my stuff until. Oh well, you found a longer version.
So this to me reminds me of kind of like the PS1 era games that have like beach themes, kind of like Pie the Tasmanian Tiger is one that I think of. Mario Sunshine, yeah. Like this has that very specific vibe that was really big in like specifically beach themed levels back in that era. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that.
Yeah, that was that first one was the one. I guess we can call it if you want.
Oh, I guess it moved to a different track there.
Yeah, I think there were two different beach or a couple beach levels actually, and then they had different ones. But yeah, that first one, Carrot Juice, it like I'm not lying, like I actually learned how to play it on guitar because like it was that fun to me, like that memorable. And like once again, it's one of those songs that comes to me every time I go to the beach or anytime I even think about the beach. Like it just kind of shows up in my mind. And I haven't played this game unless you want to count me trying to play it on the Steam Deck, which doesn't work, by the way. But I haven't played this game in like over a decade, and but that song still comes to my head. Like I can't remember any other song from this game, but that one comes to my head all the time. And once again, it's a very strange game.
Yeah,
it's like Gladiator with minions and just a constant fight of mini games. But for a mini game song that like for this game, a mini game song just doesn't have to be that good, and I just feel like it has a lot of good qualities to it.
Yeah, no, I think the soundtrack to the original Rayman Raving Rabbids is actually really, really good overall. I always think about obviously the rhythm game songs because I'm wearing my shirt today, ladies and gentlemen. My Taiko shirt with my little Taiko character on it. Rhythm games have always had a draw to me. So the rhythm games they're hold on a second.
He's got it back there.
Yeah, they're my Danchan and Kanchan. So they that always appealed to me, and I always think of Miserloo. Or that song always seems to come up in my brain whenever I think of this game specifically, just because it's like the first one I think you play on the rhythm game segment.
Oh yeah, you do. And they tried. I think this came out around the same time as Pump It, Black Eyed Peas, and they tried to do like a Pump It, or it might have been Pump It itself.
Well, it's like a parody versions of the songs where it's like it's definitely the song, but with like that little extra flair where they have like the rabbits yelling. I think. I think for Miserly when it does the ha ha ha, I think they have the rabbit go wah at the end of it. It's silly stuff, but I mean it's really charming and fun for the era. I don't think this game would do well in a modern setting if they made it.
Not at all.
That's why they've been playing it safe, making the weird Mario and Rabbids like tactical games. But this was fun. I remember being a kid and being super disappointed because I loved Rayman 2 on the Nintendo 64, and Rayman 3 on the GameCube. I did play that as well, but this was not that.
You went in for a platformer and got Mario Party with rabbits.
It was just super bizarre, but I still played it a lot. Speaking of games that playing a lot, unless you got more you'd like to say about.
Nah, I think I'm good. We already pretty much said everything we need to, so let's keep rolling.
So this next one is a game that I poured a lot of hours into for Bait and Kaidos. This is Chaotic Dance. This is probably the worst song on this list, I will admit, but there's still something about it that I think is just really fun. We'll just give this one a listen. I don't really want to talk about this too much because I've already talked about Bait and Kaidos on the channel. You guys know I like it a lot. The remaster on Switch too is phenomenal. I mean, it's a Switch game, but they playable on Switch too. Runs at 60 frames per second. All that jazz. Just great experience. Sorry, I'm gonna shut up on that now. Let's listen to some music. So they use these voice, like distorted voice samples. It's so like weird and like kind of unnerving. Then you get into this like little symphonic bit. Like the techno is still under there. It just comes back. Just such a weird start to this track.
There's a lot of stuff that just keeps coming into my mind. It's like a roller coaster of different memories.
Now, this was a GameCube game originally, so this is of that era, like the early 2000s era. You got that like female vocal in the background. Like a kind of Genesis Mega Drive sounding sound font rolling in.
It's actually what I was thinking of in the first one.
Feeling good. Oh wait, get back into the intro again. I don't know why, but this part right here. I don't know why it reminds me of Dare from the Gorillaz.
Yeah. Or I guess I'll let you say your stuff, and then I got.
Oh, I have no words.
Okay.
No, this is one that I think it should be self-explanatory why it's here to my audience, because I really like this game. I like its sequel a whole lot, but this is a very strange song in the soundtrack. Because this was done by Yasunari Mitsuda, who does like Xenoblade Chronicles and a bunch of other games I love so much. So it's really weird having this track in like that soundtrack. It's just a weird one. I do like it though. It's so not fitting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's well, kind of like I said, it's kind of like a roller coaster of different things. It starts out with that Genesis beat to me. Kind of has like that early Sonic vibe to it. And then it hits that synth, like you said. When it hits, or before the synth, I'd say like you got that reverse speaking and stuff. Like it's gonna sound weird, and I got like the Pink Floyd "Waiting for the Worms" kind of like microphone thing vibe, and then like then it hits that synth. And funny thing you brought up gorillas, it kind of like reminds me of like All Alone,
Oh
their
yeah,
track All Alone on Demon Days. Like it just
yeah,
hits that pause and then it goes back into the main beat. And then then the Sega. So yeah, like a huge roller coaster of just different sounds.
yeah.
Very interesting though. Like
Yeah, it's a
it's
very strange track. For
yeah,
if you heard the rest of the game soundtrack, it's completely different like, in every way.
yeah,
But it like it works in context of the game, like when you're like playing it. But if you were to listen to it in isolation, like if you had a playlist of just Baten Kaido's soundtrack and this came on, you'd be like,
be very confused.
like, excuse me. But it's fun. It's different. It's weird.
Yeah.
I do like it. I think I've said enough.
Yep, I think I'm good. So we'll head
So
on to the next
the
one.
next one is pretty wild. So I had his list, and I was trying to find this song for a while, and I could not do it because YouTube, for some reason, it just does not exist.
Yeah, I think the guy that uploaded it must have deleted it, unfortunately.
So we're on KH Insider now for this one. This is from Summer Sports on the Wii.
Yeah, let me go in a little bit more of this. So yeah, Wii Summer Sports. The Wii brought a lot of a lot of third-party titles to kind of bank off of the whole motion sensor thing at the time. Um, this is one of those titles. However, I would say like it's not a bad game.
No,
It's like
that's fine.
weird, strange graphics, poor stuff like that. But as far as like a good family game, I mean, my grandparents were the ones that bought this for us, primarily for what we're going to be talking about today, the putt putt music. Um, the music in general is very tropical sounding. There's some MIDI music, hotel type jazz music, like,
Yeah.
but it's all it's pretty good stuff. Like I'm not gonna lie, and the main one I wanted to talk about was the putt putt. Like I mentioned, the putt putt tracks. You go through a ton of different putt putt courses, medieval course, dinosaur course, cowboy course. I like
Safari, I think
yeah.
is the one.
The cowboy course is an interesting one because it mixes like Western and Hawaiian music together.
Mhm.
But yeah, the one we want to talk about is Congo Falls is the name of it. They call it Safari on here, but yeah, it is what it is.
It's like I looked everywhere on YouTube. The soundtrack for this just does not exist. So
Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, I think the videos must have gotten deleted. But of course, you can still check it out here if you ever want to. And
yeah, KH Insider it's a good source if you're just looking for specific game music. If you don't want to like you know, don't want to drive yourself insane because this was actually really easy to find on here. So this actually, I just learned this. So Summer Sports Paradise Island was published by Ubisoft.
okay, that
So
explains something with it. It's got some,
so this is 2008. So it's like Ubisoft at the
Yeah.
time was like kind of. I don't want to say they were super high quality at the time, but 2008 Ubisoft was pumping out some pretty okay games. I'd say this is before they kind of went downwards with their quadruple A claims, where they make a game that's off of foreign cash and money, and then it do poorly. They actually
Yeah.
like I can't remember who did. I think it was Singapore with Skull and Bones that they did this, where the government of Singapore was basically like, we will let you have a game studio and we will let you make a game, but it has to be made here. And so they funded it, like they got funding and they got their studio, but they literally were only allowed to work on the game there. Nowhere else, none of their
Yeah,
other
that's-
studios. It took many, many years to get made, lots of money, lots of delays. They kept calling it the first quadruple A game, and it was hot garbage. And
What
it
was it?
was just a pirate game, but it was a pirate game where you were stuck in your boat. Like, yeah, you could walk around towns. You couldn't like sword fight anyone. There, like the boarding was a cutscene. You would drive up to an island and hold like a button down to extract resources, and it would just be like a bar filling up. And when it filled up all the way, it'd be like, oh, you got some trees. It was bad.
Well, speaking of which, there's a pirate course too on here. So
Well, maybe we'll do a double feature on this one. So, anyways, Summer Sports Paradise Island. This is the Safari theme, I believe, or Congo Falls, as the official
Congo
title
Falls.
should be. This was added here 2024. Right off the bat. This sounds like it belongs on Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
It even has the same base font.
Yeah. Most of this is based off of nostalgia for me.
Oh yeah, no, this makes a lot of sense to me. So that's you know exactly what the level looks like hearing this song, which is really cool. Like that's just how it is. So the other one you liked was the you liked Western, and which one?
Do Western and medieval, but yeah. So the Congo Falls, very interesting voice because like we'll go into the next one.
Sorry, you can keep talking.
Yeah. So with the Congo Falls. It's music that it sounds like the Africa section of your local zoo.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like the level itself, like picture you've got like this little jungle or something in Africa. You've got like I think there's like a hippo, there's an elephant, like all this stuff's around you. Like it's a jungle you're in.
All the hits.
Yeah, like all the like childhood hits. And yeah, I don't know, like you're not expecting this to be in. It just sounds very peaceful listening to it, and I wasn't expecting to hear that while playing Putt Putt on the Wii on like a third party title.
Yeah,
but yeah, we'll move on to this next one.
Yeah, we'll do medieval because I have heard this one, and I have thoughts.
This one's very Renaissance fair.
Yes. It specifically sounds like a song you would hear in a browser-based MMORPG that's free to play, that has like a subscription for some reason. And I know you're thinking of RuneScape, and I mean you're kind of right, but kind of reminds me of a game called Puzzle Pirates back in the day that I used to play as like when I was very very young. Kind of reminds me of that kind of music. It's very very atmospheric, and it feels like if I were to describe it, so in MMORPGs there's a thing they call it a theme park MMO. And basically a theme park MMO is you go through the paces, you're going through the quests, and you're kind of being guided around into themed areas that have very specific vibes to them and have their own musical themes and motifs. And it's like going to Disney World. You're going to like the different sections, right? And this reminds me of those MMOs so much from like way back when. It's just such a weirdly nostalgic song. And again, like, okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, once again, would you expect this to be in a third-party Wii title, a putt-putt mini game, in a third-party Wii title?
I know your grandparents bought this, but it's the kind of game that, for context, it's the kind of game that your grandparents would go to the game store and be like, "Oh, well, my kid wants to play a new Wii Sports," and then they give them this, and it's like they're like, "Oh, well, this is just like that," and it's definitely not, but it is still pretty okay, so you enjoy it anyways. That's pretty much what it is. It's like a hidden gem, except in most cases, for most kids that ended up with this game, they did not ask for it. They just,
it's like your typical Bart Simpson, Lee Hardcastle putt-putt experience.
Pretty much.
Literally, though. But once again, hidden gem, too, because you've got a little bit more than just boxing, baseball, and the 5 titles from Wii Sports.
Yeah, you got a little something special, and it's good. Like, we actually played it one year, I think around Christmas time when we were all up there.
Yeah, it's been some time, but
it was a fun time when we did it. So this next one, this is a more recent song from a more recent game. It's from Once Upon a Katamari, which, if you don't know what Katamari is, are you familiar with Katamari?
After looking at it, I feel like I've seen it before, but I'm not. You can like.
So Katamari is a long running franchise all the way back to the original PS2, where you play as a little character known as the Prince, and you have your Katamari ball. And basically, the game is you're rolling the ball around areas and you're collecting
Yeah.
things, and the ball
I've
gets
seen it.
bigger and bigger and bigger until, like, towards the end of the game, you're like picking up buildings and like people's houses and cars, and it's wacky. It's very Japanese and very strange. This song popped up when I was working out, and it was actually really fun.
I gotta
So,
hear this now.
so I was lifting at the bench, and
I really gotta hear this.
and this
now.
song came on, and I was kind of like, all right, like, I'm benching, and this is playing. I'm like, this is so strangely like therapeutic, and it actually helped me get through my set. So it was really funny.
Everybody watching this, just picture Andrew lifting
Yeah,
as the song plays.
I'm just benching with my big strong dad muscles. All right. Yeah, no, this is one that I worry about, like, copyright stuff for, but I don't care anymore, so we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. It is video game music, so I feel like it should be safe, because
Mhm.
how we're using it. This is Ija Ija Naika, which is a Japanese phrase or Japanese term, I guess. Ija Naika, and this is one of those songs that the vocals kind of feel more like a rhythm and tune more so than they do feel like vocals, if that makes sense. Like, they are the thing kind of driving the song. If you don't really think of them as vocals, it makes the song have a little bit more, I don't want to say depth to it. I mean, I'm not saying this because I don't understand it. Like, I'm just saying because it feels so purposefully driven, if that makes sense. Without any further ado, we'll just jump into it. Yeah, it's very rhythmic vocals. Like, now just imagine a little guy rolling balls around. Like, you got the time limit going. It's like how upbeat it is. It's a very charming game to begin with, and it's a very weird game. And this song, to me, encapsulates the experience very well.
What level?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, but imagine you're just a little guy and you got your ball and you're like rolling down the street. You're picking up like cats and dogs and the mailbox, and you're just getting bigger and bigger, and now you're picking up fences and roll into the ocean, pick up some fish, and before you know it, you're picking up a whale. You're just kind of going, and the king of cosmos is chiming in when you're picking cool stuff up. He's like, "Oh, that's freaking cool. Now make the ball bigger." And that's the game. Yeah, the whole point of the game is just make the ball as big as the goal is. And sometimes they'll tell you, like, you have to get like specific types of items. It's a very charming and weird game. Once Upon a Katamari was not made by the original development team or the original directors, but it's still fun. It's a very dumb fun kind of game that you kind of only get once like every generation. I feel like with game consoles, like they don't usually just go and make Katamari like an annual thing.
Yeah, like everybody's gonna have one of those little fun little games too.
So yeah, this is a good one. I liked this one a lot. I mean, it's just one of those things that's very upbeat. The vocals are used rhythmically and also kind of as the actual like tune, you know. Um, just fun song. That's really why it's here. It's just the thing that makes it weird to me is just the vocals, really,
Yeah,
because it just it doesn't. It's it's such a strange use of vocals, but it works really well, especially like in the context of a video game song. You know, like usually you don't think of like using vocals rhythmically like that. I mean, I can think of a few examples. Metaphor Refantasio has a song in it in particular. It's the Virgo Islands at Night that has these like it's kind of like a repeated like a like in the background. Um, they also used a Shinto priest to do chanting for the battle themes, which freaking rocks, by the way.
sounds.
Yeah, I like that. Here, this is a bonus. This is a bonus because I think it's Warriors and Valor.
I'm over here petting kitty.
Oh yeah, the cats are here.
Vote for them, by the way.
Yeah, go vote for Vivi on the America's Best cat. She's number 2 right now.
Mm-hmm. Vote for Caesar, but
Yeah,
we'll get
vote for Caesar too. We'll get around to that. So this is Warriors and Valor. This is a bonus. This is not from the official list. So I just want them to hear this because it's really really cool and weird. This is an RPG battle theme. This is you. You're just fighting some monsters with your group. Here he comes. So this guy is the. I don't know if there's multiple of the, I assume there's multiple. Somebody can tell me in the comments. But he's the head of the. He's a Shinto priest and he's like the head of their I guess their temple locally. And Shoji Meguro just kind of brought him in to do the vocals, but oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
It's an amazing battle. I really like that one a lot. That was a bonus. I just wanted him to hear it because I really like it. I have this one. I have this soundtrack on vinyl over there.
Oh, fancy that.
I really like it. Shoji Meguro just makes good music, even if you don't like the games that he's a part of. I know you exist out there, people who don't like Persona. I know you exist. Don't worry. I don't agree with you, but I know you exist, and that's okay. Shoji Meguro makes good music. End of story. So this next one is another one of your picks. This is Alice's theme number 3.
Ooh, we're hitting the golden bullet now.
From Disney Universe.
Oh yes. So yeah, let me get a little bit into this. This is a Disney game. Not only is it a Disney game, it's a Disney party game. I guess you can call it a Disney party game that came out around. I think it was 2011. It came out because the big thing was one of the levels was Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tides, which came out around that year. So yeah, this is a game where you're essentially. I get it confused with Disney Infinity a lot because it's very similar to it as far as the hack and slash this kind of goes. But yeah, it's a very fun game, especially with the family. Me and Ronnie played it when we were younger. I was about like 16 or something at the time, and we had a lot of fun playing through it. Some of the levels were trash. We still hate the Lion King, and I think
happens.
I think the Wally level we didn't really like that much either. But then other ones were just like top tier golden. And what brings us into this one is the music of this game. The music is essentially the soundtracks of the movies that you go into, such as like Monsters Inc., Wally,
Mhm.
Aladdin, and stuff. But they're all mixed in. They have like this remix kind of to it. Some honorable mentions to it. I love Scare Floor a lot from the Monsters Inc.
Mhm.
level. There were a few others in there as well, but by far the top tier one is this track right here, and the it comes from the Alice in Wonderland section. So like picture this: you're playing a bunch of Alice in Wonderland theme levels based on Tim Burton's 2010 film. A lot of them are kind of like remixed scores of the main theme and stuff in there. And then out of the blue, they just have this one track that just is completely different from the rest of the songs within that movie. And we'll just go ahead and play the track to
Yeah.
get some feel into this.
I think this one takes a little bit of time to ramp into as well.
Hmm.
Man, I do not miss this character design philosophy. What
Yeah.
what if everybody looks like a Nickelodeon character?
Hmm. So I forgot to mention I was super huge into the Beatles first time I heard this track.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm,
Something this reminds me of very heavily is Little Big Planet, the original Little Big Planet.
yes, yeah.
There's a few tracks in that game that are very similar to this,
Mhm.
and I would not be surprised if it was a little inspiration here, a little inspiration there.
Oh yeah. I think that part was the only part that actually had the theme in it. The rest of it just seemed like it was improvised from that theme. But I'm not kidding. Like, I actually wanted to like meditate and stuff after hearing the song. Like, it was like I wanted to just kind of sit and
Your vibes during Disney Universe were on point. That's what you're telling me.
such a fun level. Once again, it's like they mixed some of the best Beatle tracks into one song. Like it's got Penny Lane, Strawberry Field, I Am the Walrus. It's got like all of them mixed into one. And for those of you who don't know, I Am the Walrus has some themes with Alice in Wonderland as well. So I would not be surprised if that was part of the reason for this little track. And then I think here in a sec it's gonna get to one of our favorite parts. Ramping up. Going heavy with that guitar and stuff. And then here it goes into the best part of the song. Very Beatles-esque.
Yeah,
That's the best thing you can say about it.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah. Once again, like I said, as a 16-year-old, super into the Beatles when I played this. That little Penny Lane thing into it. It's a longer song if you want to pause it.
Okay, yeah, no, this is like 9 minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
we're like 3 minutes into it. Yeah. So yeah, it's like I don't get Alice in Wonderland out of it, but I definitely get like the Beatles feeling. And again, it reminds me a lot of Little Big Planet to an
Mhm.
extent. Um,
Gameplay is kind of the same as that too.
yeah, it's definitely got like that kind of whimsical platformer action game vibe to it. just I look at this character on the screen and it takes me out of it. But if I ignore that, like if I don't look at it, I definitely can gel with it. Like it is a very very relaxing little tune. Trying to think of like what else, because definitely Little Big Planet. Trying to think of what other games it kind of reminds me of.
Like I mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a precursor to Disney Infinity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because this came out in 2011. Disney Infinity came out what, like 2 years later?
Something like that, yeah.
It might have been the next year too. But yeah, like the gameplay is a lot like that, and Disney Infinity had a lot more options too, because this was kind of like you only had like a couple movies or so. But yeah, it's one thing I would say once again, the character design, it's kind of iffy, but I feel
Yeah.
like they were trying to work on something better, which ended up being Disney Infinity.
Yeah, I mean, it's a product at the time. That's all it is. Like
Mhm.
this would appeal to like a kid me, you know. Like,
Yeah.
if I was younger and like this came out, I'd probably be very excited. Um, yeah, it's a good song, and I've heard a few other Disney Universe songs. And I do think quite a few of them are good. There are a good number that, as you mentioned earlier, are just rips from movies. Like the Monsters Inc. theme plays in one of them.
Hmm.
Which I mean, that's a classic. You can't go
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I don't blame them for using it. Yeah, it's still really interesting because once again, this is a Disney property.
Hmm.
You know, it's not like I don't know who made this game. I would imagine Buena Vista Games had something to do with it, due to the time it was made. Um, but it definitely has that Little Big Planet vibe to it, and I think Little Big Planet came out probably either a little bit before this or maybe a little bit after. So it might just be like a from that era. Maybe there's other games with similar soundtracks too.
Yeah, and like I said, the level itself is very similar to it too. Like the
Mhm.
level that this plays in, you're small, you're in a big garden with like teacups and stuff like that. Um the Yeah, it's got that English aesthetic too,
Yeah,
which once
that's
again
I
goes to
yeah, Beatles and
hmm.
stuff. Yeah, I can feel that for sure.
Yeah, I'm very I guess I'll keep mentioning the Beatles about it, but it just keeps coming to mind every time I
I
hear
mean,
it.
why not, right? Maybe
Yeah.
the algorithm will send some Beatles fans our way.
Mhm.
Um, this next one is a tonally different, drastically different thing from what we just heard. This is for my Sega Saturn enthusiasts out there. This is the main theme, the main English version theme to Burning Rangers. So this was a Sonic team endeavor back in the day to make a kind of like platform action game where you play as a firefighter, but it's like futuristic and stuff. So you have like jetpacks and jump boots, and you're shooting like Mega Man style. It reminded me a lot of Mega Man Legends at the time. But yeah, you're like shooting water projectiles at fire to put them out. But the music it's something. I'll put it that way. This is it gave me whiplash when
Mm.
I when I first heard it, but it's a product of the times, and Sega really really wanted to reuse the guy. Actually, I can't remember. I think this came out before Sonic Adventure. I think, if my timeline is correct in my head. They reused the main vocalist for the Knuckles theme song in Sonic Adventure for the chorus parts. For those of you who know that song, you're going to recognize him almost immediately. rapping about putting out fires, saving lives. Oh, there's a lyric there. He says, "Giving nightmares like Wes Craves."
That's some good fire writing.
Only one thing we know, they always with us fighting for danger.
I love this part.
They will never let you down. Don't you lose your hopes now. They will wipe out rage and fire without fear, and they'll light up our future. Don't worry, just believe they will be with you. Hey.
And it loops on itself. So yeah, this is a very bizarre. So this era of games also included Sonic R, which I was very tempted, believe you me, to use "Can You Feel the Sunshine" from Sonic R, but I've determined that that song just rocks. There's nothing weird about it. This one is just like the context of what this game is about. Being a firefighter in the future, and it's like this kind of jazzy, upbeat, like yeah, the hip hop like rap with the slight distortion to his voice, and of course the the guy who sings the Knuckles song, the doing his classic "Who are they? Where are they coming from? Who's getting their own lives?" It's so weird.
To me, it's got a really good city kind of rhythm to it. Like when I listen to it, it feels like something you'd well, the beginning for sure.
Mm.
Sounds like something you would hear while you're like sitting in a skyscraper or something,
Yeah.
overlooking a city. I could see this track being it's gonna sound weird, but this track being a pretty good vaporwave if you
Yes.
slow it down or
Yeah.
something. And then of course that the soul and rhythm and
Rhythm. Yeah.
rhythm and blues R&B fits it very nice along with the fast pacedness of it too.
Yeah, it's a very interesting blend of genres.
Mm-hmm.
And the lyrics are absolutely stupid. Like the lyrics
Yeah.
are stupid as heck. But they're so stupid they become cool. Like the guys are like the next day and to the next phase, giving nightmares like Wes Craves. It's like that's such a dumb line, and I can't believe there's an official Sonic Team game that mentions Wes Craven.
Yeah,
In the
that's
title
kinda
theme.
interesting.
Like in the title, the main theme. It's such a weird thing because like culturally, this would not make sense for like a Japanese version of the game, right?
Mhm.
Because yeah, sure, there's probably a lot of people in Japan that watch Wes Craven movies, but at the time Wes Craven was like really big, like obviously Nightmare on Elm Street. Like that's a huge thing for a lot of horror enthusiasts, especially over here. I don't know how big Nightmare on Elm Street is in Japan. I'm sure there's some fans for it, but at the time when this came out, I can't imagine it being that big of an IP. So it's like you got this main theme song where he just name drops him,
Mhm.
like, but he gives him like a little pet name, not the actual Wes Craves. Like Wes Craves. It's so bizarre, but it works so well. I said like the R&B, that jazz infusion, like it's got the like that city pop vibe, and the soul singing and the dumb lyrics that actually rock. Like this is prime Sonic Team from the era, because you got to remember like Sonic Adventure was like butt rock, right? It had the open your heart, and then later we got like live and learn. Yeah, open your heart was always one of those songs that as a kid I thought was so cool, because they had the guy, I always forget his name, like when I try to remember it. He'll come back to me at some point, but the guy just doing the can't hold on much longer, but I'll never let it go. It was just like it's so shitty, but so epic. You're as a kid, as a like 6 or 7-year-old kid, you're just like yeah, yeah, Sonic, yeah. And that's kind of how I felt about this game. Was like, this is such a vibe. Like, and the game's good. Like, I really do wish Sega, my guy, my bro, my friend, please remaster Burning Rangers. It's been way too long. Like, way too long. This thing is trapped on Sega Saturn.
And
Who do you know who has a Sega Saturn? I used to. I don't anymore. But
I got like a Genesis.
so Sega Saturn was really cool for arcade style games like Radiant Silvergun, which I mean I've shown it way too many times, but like Radiant Silvergun back there was on Sega Saturn. It's actually how I played it for many years. But there's a lot of games on there that just you can't play on anything. There's not on like modern hardware. You can emulate, of course, but it'd be cool to have a nice new version. Anyways,
do it legally too.
yeah, and do it legally, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to emulate. That's bad. That's not good. Anyways, that was a good tangent, but let's move on to your next pick.
Oh, I think this is the last one I think I have, and
Then we go into honorable mentions, yeah.
oh yeah, the most boring one out of all of them. Okay, so this one is just barely made it on my little list because it is a Nintendo title. It is a Nintendo Mario title, and rightfully so. It is not talked about. But
Yep.
so I wouldn't even say it's underrated. It's a horrible game. It's an educational game, and coming from someone with a minor in history and a past love, well, not past, a love for geography, this game sucks. It's
Say it how it is.
yeah, this game's awful. And unfortunately, it's Luigi's first time to shine as
Mhm.
well. So Mario is missing. You start as Luigi looking around the world for Mario. You go to different countries and different cities, and you're looking. I guess the Koopas or whatever stole the artifacts from these cities. They range from the spear, the staff of the spear that they stabbed Jesus with, to like stealing the entire like San Francisco bridge or something. But anyways, you go to each city, you have to recover the items and whatnot. And in order to get the items, you have to do like a pop quiz, and it's awful. It's an awful way to introduce people into different cultures. But with that said, the music of this game actually is pretty good. This came out after Super Mario World, so a lot of the aesthetics from that game blend into this one, including the music. But the one we want to talk about today is the San Francisco, New York tracks, which are completely different from any of the other Mario games. Without further ado, let's jump into it and show everybody what this is about.
Really quick though, so when I was in college, there was a guy that I was friends with who hung out with me and played games with me in the computer room on college campus. And one day he looked at me with a very serious face and he said, "You know, my dad's like Mario." I looked at him, I was like, "Is he an Italian guy? Like, what's going on here? Does he have a cool mustache?" He's like, "Nah, man, he's missing." It's like his delivery was so good. It's always sat with me. Every time I see this title, I'm like, that's the first place my brain goes.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah,
Besides music, I guess.
so like it was a good moment from a very bleak part of my life.
Once again, something you wouldn't expect in a Mario game.
So kind of interesting. There are some leitmotifs from other Mario titles in this that I've mildly picked up on. It's not like the entire thing. It's like I'll have to rewind it for the part. But if you're listening for it, I'll rewind it after. Um, very, very chill music.
Yeah, and once the like, it's the kind of music you would picture playing in like a jazzy city or something.
Yeah.
Once again, it plays in San Francisco and New York when you're in those levels. I'd also like to add that back in the day, there was another version of this song where someone played the saxophone of this.
Yeah.
And man, it sounded great. It was it was actually a guy uploaded a video called "Saxy Moments with Ouija," and I can't find the video anymore.
Oh, man.
I think I ripped the song on my iPod, so I could probably pull it up if I dust that thing off. But yeah, pretty chill track though.
It's like lobby music.
Yeah, and I guess I'm a sucker for lobby music because I
That's
talked
good.
about that on I talked about shuffleboard and croquet levels.
So, yeah, I always think about it. It's like Luigi went through this to find Mario, right? Like all around the world, dealt with some BS quizzes. How hard was it for him to? Well, why was it so hard for him to find Mario in a singular mansion? I think this is the prequel to Luigi's Mansion, by the way, because I mean, Luigi had to do a lot of searching in this game. He had to do a ton of searching in Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. In this, he had to fight the living.
He had to
He had
face
to
the
fight
dead. With the House of the Dead.
He got to the house, or it was all in one house, but he still had to fight off the dead. So I guess he didn't have to travel the world anymore.
So there's a leitmotif here. For those who don't know what a leitmotif is, it's when you hear a tune or a rhythm that is strikingly similar to another piece of music. A lot of RPGs do that with like battle themes. Cut that. Battle themes, and also, just like environmental themes. Like Kingdom Hearts in particular is really big with that. But leitmotifs are predominantly found in JRPGs because reusing music to fit the theme of an area just works. So I noticed in the early part of this song there seems to be a leitmotif, and it's not a complete one, but it's definitely there, and I think it's 100% intentional. To one of the other Mario themes, the like if you listen, there's a little bit at the start here that starts to sound like it's about to do that, and then it branches off into something else. It's
Oh yeah, I hear it there.
So it starts. And
Yeah.
it's like, I think it's fully intentional.
Yeah, because once again, that's the Super Mario World theme,
Mhm.
and many of the levels in this game are actually motifs of that theme.
That makes sense.
Different titles: the Italian level, the Chinese level. They're really good themes. Again, once again, it sucks, but
It's educational. Come on, we gotta learn something.
it's educational. They still hurt me.
Yeah, I thankfully never had the displeasure of playing this game. I've seen it for sure, but I never once played it myself.
You play it for the music.
Yeah,
it's-
that seems
the only
like
reason I play it.
so. So this was basically the last of like the main list. The rest of these are kind of honorable mentions because, well, two of them I didn't think they were necessarily like weird per se. Like there's nothing about them that's that crazy, but it's mostly the context of what they title the song and what is said in the songs that to me is just like they came from an era where I think the developers or the composers of the soundtracks were just kind of on something and were really obsessed with sexual undertones.
Interesting.
The songs rock. So first off, we have Street Fighter Third Strike. Let's get it on.
You won't get any more.
Right off the
Blatant
bat,
than that.
right off the bat, it's super blatant. So this is the character select screen, And you won't know that until it hits a certain point, and it's like it becomes super obvious that it's a character select screen song. But the sample usage in this song, the vocals, the tone is perfection for the era. And I will go on record and say Third Strike is probably one of the best Street Fighter games ever made. Period. I'll go ahead and say that. And it is partly due just the theming and the soundtrack. So let's get it on. It went very like kind of yeah.
Check it out now. Yeah, check it out, yo. Yo, check it out now. Third Strike, yo. Yo, I know you got your options, so pick the right thing. Some choices to make and mad ruckus to bring them. Just hooked on it. Dark bodies who want it. I don't know where you got your skills from. Jump off it. Bring it on. Any opponent or contender. No one can stop this with guns and objects. As far as I'm concerned, yo, it's only one topic. Joining Street Fighters from bitter hands to toxic. You're an average warrior. I'll be the master. I can teach you how to fight and move faster. One false move, kid.
Like a rabbit about like getting better at the game, basically. Like it always gets me. It's so weird. The third chapter. There it goes.
So make your choice right. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Like you're selecting your character and this is playing in the background.
4, 3, 2, 1. Select to make your first pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Choose and pick the best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One box could leave you messed up and fractured. Block these uppercuts, they may leave you captured. Made a
But yeah, it's a product of the time. I feel like Capcom was trying to go edgy with this release. But man, it's such a like iconic and weird character select screen song. And they kind of sort of tried to go back to this with Street Fighter 6. But I don't think it quite hits as hard as this. And I love that, he's the let's get it on now. He's like to pick the best one. Like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
That's what kind of got me too. He's like 10, 9, 8, 7, or 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, it's like each one is like counting down. He says something and then he counts down. Then he says something else that kind of rhymes, counts down. It's like such a weird song for Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter before this was like, well, not like this. That's the best way to put it. It's like they tried to go edgier. They tried to kind of hit like a new vibe with this game. And the soundtrack, interestingly enough, like fits the visuals of this game very well, including like the stages and the character like sprite work and everything. It all feels correct. As weird as that sounds, it works. But the lyrics, again, it's just like the Burning Rangers problem. The lyrics are super stupid, but to the extent where they become cool.
It sounds like something very heavy of the early 2000s. Like, and just looking at that Dreamcast symbol on the side there. Yeah, like I mentioned Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Too. Like it's very extreme sports, hip hop, but I think nowadays it's more of like the glam hip hop type thing. Like it's just you cringe at it, but you love it at the same time.
Yeah, it's a classic. What else can I say? You know what else is a classic? Cars.
Oh yeah,
the Pixar hit classic. I'm still mad that I have a Bruce Campbell signature in my collection, and it's on a copy of Cars 2.
I got it for you.
Yes, you did.
I had to go there, and it's kind of funny because I have the signature on the Spider-Man 2 game, and I was paid to get the one on the Cars 2 DVD.
I have, not here, but over at my parents' house, I have a steel book, like a steel box collector's edition, Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness, like collector's edition. That would have been so beautiful to have signed by Bruce Campbell. And she sends you with Cars too.
Yeah, just didn't have $50. 50
Didn't
more
have
bucks.
didn't have 50 more. I didn't really. I don't think I had any input on this situation. If I'm being honest, I don't even think we were married yet.
No, I don't think he.
I think we were.
Yeah.
I mean, still, that was a yeah.
He laughed at it though. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I bet he
Bruce-
did.
Bruce Campbell did laugh at the fact that I had a Cars DVD and a Spider-Man DVD.
He was probably like, "Was I in this movie?" I don't remember.
Yeah, he barely remember he was in Spider-Man.
Klaatu Barada.
So
Did I play Mater in that?
Yeah, this one was an honorable mention by me. It's a great soundtrack, the Cars game, and rightfully so. The game's actually starting to get a little cult following.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've seen a lot of things where people are bringing it up and talking about how good it was a decent game actually. It's an open world,
Oh,
and it got some mini game or not mini games, but missions and stuff within the open world. Anyways, the reason I had the as an honorable mention and not as a soundtrack is there wasn't no original score to it besides maybe the Cars theme itself. However, the soundtrack of it is that 50s, 60s, that old school rock and roll type
yeah,
thing.
the retro rock and roll, like
Yeah,
Route 66 vibe kind of
Mhm.
thing.
and it's got some good ones in there. It's got stuff like Free Ride, Come On Let's Go, Rock This Town. Like it's from like all the decades, but
Mhm.
you feel like you're in like a 50s diner or something, or like Route 66 while you're driving around and stuff, and pretty good soundtrack. And
Got that checkerboard wrapped burger
yeah,
that's like super greasy and covered in cheese and probably clogging
Mhm.
your arteries, but you don't care because you feel like you're a free American.
Mhm.
It's like, hell yeah, sweet liberty.
I remember when I first played the game too. It's kind of funny because like you play the first level and you're racing through and stuff. Then after that, you're just kind of like you're just like bam, you're in an open world, and you're just like, what am I doing? And like I think my aunt said it best. I was playing it around her, and she was just like, well, they're playing free ride, so I guess you're just free to go wherever you want to go.
That is a good way to do it. So let's hear this free ride, shall we? Oh, it's good when they put the text on the screen like that.
Oh yeah. Whenever I hear this song, I think of my iPod. Used to play showed the little picture for Invincible. I think about this on that soundtrack. That little 70s vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm afraid that's all we can play of that. I have a weird sneaking suspicion that somebody's going to come after me.
yeah. The whole soundtrack itself is stuff like that with maybe the Cars theme or something, a theme played in there. Funny enough, they do play but we'll loop back to Spider-Man 2. They do play the pizza theme.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was a level where you play as Luigi, and it plays the Yeah. I'm pretty sure it plays that. It's been some time since I played this game. Yeah.
So I found out that's an opera song. That tune is from an opera song. I can't sing it because it's in Italian, but it is a real Italian opera song apparently. There's a YouTuber I like. It goes by the name Marco Meatball. He talked about it in a video recently. I say recently, it's probably over a year ago, but I watched it recently. He actually sings it because he's an opera singer. It was very impressive and it scared me. It's just like I've never heard it with lyrics before.
Shocked you.
Yeah, it was like hearing it in an opera voice. I'm not gonna do it. Don't worry. I've done some really bad singing already in this video, and I think I'll spare you my bad opera. Um, yeah, like this is fun. You know, like it's fitting for Cars. It works. You know, because Cars, like again, it has the Route 66 like kind of Western road trip vibe to it. You know, like again,
Yeah.
American diners. You're getting your big greasy burgers and the checker printed wrapping paper.
Drag racing and stuff. Radiator Springs.
Everywhere you drive, there's just dust and
Yeah.
sand and desert and cactuses, and there's a bald eagle on a mountain somewhere that's going, and you just feel like an American.
Mhm.
And that's what I get out of this. Cars is American. Ka-chow.
Very American.
Yeah, so Cars was my son's favorite movie for my oldest son's favorite movie for a very long time. We watched it every single day for at least a year, and I got so sick of it. But there's one line of dialogue that I'll never get out of my head, and it's when he pulls up to the truck thinking it's Mac. He's like Mac, Mac, and the guy goes, Mac, I ain't no Mac, I'm a Peterbilt. And he drives away, and that's like, I don't know why that's the line that's stuck in my head, but it is what it is.
Cars was a phenomenon when it came out. And there's a reason that it had the most Cars sold the most toys
I
and
believe it.
merchandise and stuff. It was Pixar's biggest merchandise seller, and it's kind of ironic when you think of Toy Story, a movie literally about toys, and Cars is the one that sells more toys than it.
Yeah. And then, you know, Cars 2 happened.
Then they came back and had Cars 3.
Yeah, Cars 3 came out. And it was like, it's Cars again. Except, like, instead of being about Lightning McQueen being the cool guy, he's now not the cool guy anymore, and
He's old.
he's old.
And it hurts for him to walk.
Yeah, he acts like a cripple for some reason. Anyways, Owen Wilson, I'm sorry that they made you come around and say ka-chow for probably millions of dollars in a studio. Okay, so that's a fun one. I do think overall this soundtrack in general is probably of decent quality for what it is.
Yeah.
It's Cars.
Yeah, there's not much to say about it.
So the next three are basically like two of them are my other honorable mentions. This first one is another like of the era. I don't know why these composers were doing this. So this is a song called "This Is True Love Making." So this is from Capcom versus SNK 2. It is a stage theme. So this actually plays while you're fighting, like just 2D classic fighting game. You know what it looks like. Think Street Fighter, but with extra characters from not Street Fighter.
Mhm.
This song is once again a undisputed banger, classic. And I misunderstood the lyrics for a very long time. I always heard "This is tuna with bacon," and then for a while I was like, "Oh, well, they're saying this is true love we're making." But I found out they're not actually saying the word "we're"; they're just saying "this is true love making." But the way the song sounds, it kind of throws you off mentally. This song rocks. This game rocks. A really awesome fighting game. But you can win an arcade machine.
That's not what you're saying here.
But they're not. That's the weird thing. It sounds like it, but if you look at the official lyrics, it's not in there.
Like that age-old question, may the weed be with you.
It sounds like it, but like everywhere I look, it's not on the official lyrics. But like, it could just be a translation thing. This means the title of the song. But now think of tuna with bacon. This is tuna with bacon. Yeah, this is.
I swear though,
I know.
They say like they slow
I
it down.
hear it. I hear it too. See, it's so weird. I wonder if maybe somebody didn't get the memo when they recorded the lyrics,
Yeah.
and like they throw it in there. Anyway, it loops on itself. This is one of those songs where you're beating the crap out of your opponent.
You said it like fourth.
I know. I gotta keep it chill for the algorithm. So, despite the things I say on stream, don't remind me of the Ursula fight from Kingdom Hearts 1 on Proud Mode, please. Anyways.
Yeah, I probably would have been a little bit more uncensored.
Oh no, I was
I don't
very
know where you were
uncensored. I've said things on stream that I feel like I should be canceled for. But don't go looking for them, because you won't find them, because I didn't actually say those horrible things.
He's a very pure soul.
Yeah, I'm a very pure
You
little.
wouldn't expect anything like
I'm a good little Catholic boy. I don't do nothing wrong. So yeah, this song it's so funny when you're just in an intense fight one-on-one with someone, and you're like just trying to knock each other out, and in the background this is playing, and like there's characters in the background, they're doing the typical background fighting game character thing. They're like, it's like, you know what I mean, like the backgrounds of fighting games at the time were very detailed for some reason, but the animations on some characters were not super in depth. Yeah, this game, it freaking rocks, and this soundtrack rocks, but it's also like, what was happening at this time? I need to know. All these like composers on like Capcom oriented fighting games were like super horny or something.
He said it, I mean.
I mean, it's true. Like, let's get it on. This is true love making.
Yeah, I don't know
like,
what kind of stuff you're subjecting me to tonight.
I'm sorry, but this was fighting games at the time. Like, this is just how it was.
I came here to talk about Mario and Madagascar.
I had to throw some curveballs at you. Don't worry, the other ones are not nearly as romantical. But up here we have this is from a cave shmup. This is Death Smiles. So it's the game where you play as these little girls, and you're fighting demonic forces through Halloween themed and other themed environments. And this is specifically the Halloween Town stage. This is the first stage in the game. That's your very typical bullet hell. You're flying your little girl around shooting stuff, and they're firing bullets at you. It's an arcade shooter.
About 4 of those things you mentioned sound like a movie that's up for nomination right now.
But so this song thematically to me is weird, and the next one kind of blends into this as well. But this is a Halloween themed area, and you can kind of tell it's just this game's weird in general, but it's really good. And this song in particular goes a lot of places. They have like the rhythmic guitar in the background. They have the guy reading from a like, I don't know if it's supposed to be from a novel. Honestly, I'd have to look it up. But the guy like cryptically reading some lines from something. Like Halloween sounding, kind of. But then this happens. Guitar's crying, my dude. That's the only way I can describe it.
I just hear Mario Kart 8.
You're in like Big Blue or Mute City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this one honorable mention?
I just like it. It's just it's a weird one. Just for the sake of like, it being like a Halloween themed like a Halloween themed stage with like these Halloween tones to it, and like instruments you would hear like in a classic Halloween song. But then it's also got like this modern cave shmup bit to it with the rock guitar. It's good. Like it definitely fits the stage, like thematically, and the crying guitar just hit so dang hard. But the thing I think when I think of this game is like you're playing as little girls. So it's like you kind of have to picture it like you're these little girls. So like, I mean, they're minors. Like they're not like they're really like 12, 13, 14, fighting the demonic forces of hell. And this is the song that's playing in the background. It's like I mean, it is very much a cave design though, in a way, like having these things that don't mesh but work perfectly. It's I don't know, it's a weird one. A lot of the people who watch my stuff probably know what Death Smiles is and probably have seen it. It's a very weird game, but it's a really good one too.
It fits the theme pretty good.
Yeah, it's just an interesting thematic piece, but like little girls and Halloween and crying guitar. And like,
Yeah.
it's the nature of what's happening in the stage is also very dark. I mean, there's like demons taking over a town and burning it down and like killing people in the background and stuff. It's very weird, but you know, with the little girl element makes it weird. My dad really likes Death Smiles. Not for that reason. Just it's a good game. Okay. We're moving on. All right, so you probably all saw this coming, and I put it here. This is not an honorable mention. This is just it's the finale. Because segue.
I thought this was going to be higher up.
You thought it'd be well. I wanted to include it, but I feel like everyone that talks about game music that's weird but cool that talks about this. This is like the most common pick, but I do think it needs to be in here because it's really cool. It makes no sense. This is a Super Nintendo game called Plok. Plok. This is not a game that I recommend you play. I really don't recommend it at all. It's not that good. But the boss theme goes exceptionally hard. And what I want you to picture in your head as you're going through this is Hotline Miami and Cyberpunk. Okay? Just get that in your head. A little guy here, he's telling you, he's like, please listen to Andrew. Because you'll understand. Building into it. Like, has no right to sound like this for the game. Plok.
Mascot looks like somebody from Red Cross.
He's like gonna sell me a deal at like a thrift shop or something, you know? He's like,
looks like a drop of blood with blood on.
yeah. He looks like the sound of the word Plok. If Plok was a visual, he's it. Yeah, this song, like, it reminds me very heavily of like something out of Hotline Miami or Cyberpunk even. Like it feels like you should be just like shooting dudes, you know, like John Wick style. Like high intensity. That's why I think of Hotline Miami.
It says Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah, it's a Super Nintendo.
To me, it makes me think of like I don't even know what what the visual of this looks like, but I can picture a giant boss just kind of moving through the screen like a big snake kind of thing.
And it's laughing at you.
Yeah, fire somewhere there or another.
It just builds up itself again. Yeah, it's a really, really iconic one for soundtracks that shouldn't go as hard as they do, but do. Weird games. Yeah, it's iconic. You know, a lot of people have talked about this one, so put it at the end because it needs to be said, needs to be mentioned, it needs to be appreciated. Um, so what do you think of Plok
Lock.
boss theme?
I haven't played the game. Like I said, I don't have much of a visual. Definitely a banger though.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. Like it's driving, it's intense. It feels thematically accurate to like how a boss fight should feel.
To me, it's got the same feeling of like Yoshi's Island, the Bowser boss level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like going, starting off, well, just starting off with that slow, and then going into like the heavy drums and stuff. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And then, like I said, the Super Nintendo S type stuff, I could just picture like something flying around, something
Yeah, that's
danger.
big
the name.
danger
Yeah.
for Plok on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, that's pretty much all we've got. I mean, I say all we've got. We've been doing this for a hot minute now.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was interesting doing this. Like, I definitely would do it again because there's so many game soundtracks out there that I feel people either underappreciate or just think are just weird, you know, but actually are pretty good out of context.
And I've got like 3 of them from the NES alone.
Yeah.
That like I kind of wanted to add, and I was like, well, I'll just kind of keep. If we do it again, we could add those.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there are a lot of games that as you can tell, I kind of go off the third party type stuff, the weird movie tie-in type games. You wouldn't expect to be that good, have that much effort put into them, but like surprisingly, like you find yourself just like humming the theme or something later on. Even something like simple from a simpler time. So yeah, pretty cool. It was a nice subject to cover. I'm glad we could finally do it
Yeah, I know.
after weeks of trying.
We've been planning. I think we talked about this initially, like in the middle of actually probably like July of last year. I want to say it was a while ago.
You wanted to try and do it before New Year's.
Yeah, we
And that was like before Christmas or Thanksgiving or something like that.
Things get hectic when you have children. That's just kind of the nature of it. So I just kind of close things out. What's your YouTube? Actually, I don't even have to say it because we're going to be doing this as a collaboration. This first for the channel. Never done this before, so I'm interested to see how it pans out. So what is your channel and what do you do on there?
Yes. My channel was very sporadic when I first started. A lot of weird stuff that was kind of balled up for years. But then eventually I found my way into VHS conversion. My grandmother was she collects she used to record things. She recorded a lot of TV shows and stuff with VHS tapes back in the early 2000s. And when I had a VHS software program to I got it to do some family videos, and then I started like doing it with some of the VHSs that are or the tapes that she recorded. And I had I've got like a bunch of them uploaded now. Started out with my primary one was the Clone Wars premiere, and from 2008, and then I kind of just branched off of that. And it was nice. It was a nice little touch. And yeah, I did it for quite some time. I still have the videos up. I've like I mentioned, I'm kind of like retired, unretired. I don't know what's going on right now. When you got a lot going on in life, you don't have much time for YouTube anymore. But I mean, like I try whenever I can, and yeah, if you want to check out the channel, and you're into some good old fashioned early 2000s um, nostalgia, a great place to go to, and you want to see some old like Cartoon Network bumpers or Disney Channel like shorts or something like
Mm.
that. Um, just really fun stuff. And yeah, that's essentially it. And then every now and then, just a crazy video like this.
Yeah. I'll link his channel in the description. I don't know how collaborations handle it, but if for some reason, it's not there, it'll be in the description or I'll put it in the top comment that I'll pin. So yeah, very nice to have you here. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself quite a bit.
Mhm.
And really quick, before we tie things up, I want to give a special shout out to our channel members, Corlith and Keen. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Really appreciate both of you. Love you both. If you like this content, leave a comment below. Tell us some other weird soundtracks that you enjoy, and maybe consider giving the video a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, I do lots of niche games, JRPGs, weird stuff. I do game testing for Switch 2. So we check out performance and then discuss that stuff as well. Lots of Falcom content. I am a huge Falcom fan. I love it so much. Talk about it quite a bit on this channel. And yeah, just consider subscribing if you want to see that stuff. Got a lot of weird stuff to share with the world, and I will continue to do so until I don't know. It's up to you to figure that part out. Anyways, hope y'all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you next time.